لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. Sadaqallahu al-Azim. Today our topic is social model, ideal social model. This is the main topic, and the subtitles are sources of loss and control, the attitude towards wealth, zakat, and profit sharing versus interest and risk. So these are all, I believe, different topics, and each topic needs to be elaborated and to discuss in details. However, first I start the Islam and social issues and the ideal social model, I think. Ideal social model. Fortunately, Islam is a religion that has shown its practices, its teaching in practical aspects. Prophet Muhammad, when he announced his prophethood, he was in Makkah, the city of Saudi Arabia currently, and he was opposed by the local people, and he made a struggle, and he spent 13 years of making struggle to introduce his teaching and God's message. But in 13 years he could not establish the society which he wanted to show the world. He was forced, he was persecuted, he was abused, and his companion was punished. The time came when he decided to leave the city of Makkah. When he realized another city and other parts of peninsula, they are welcoming him, then he left Makkah and he went to another city, Medina. And he established a society, and then he led the local society and the community, and he produced a system, and that system, welcome, is a model for the Muslims and for the humanity. So it starts from Medina. So the major components should be for an ideal society, for an ideal social model. So we have to look at the teaching of the Holy Book Quran, at the practices of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The first and the most important, this is the religion that emphasizes to live in the society, in the community. There are many religions in this world still. For them, the ideal life is to live in an area where many people are not living. So it means you have to keep yourself away from the societies. And they believe the masses, the majority, they are not good people. So you have to live whether in jungle or somewhere in a separation, or you make your own group. But Islam is a religion that says wherever you are living, you should live with the humanity, with the people, with mankind. Whether they are your faith, your fellow of the faith, your fellow of the tribe, or language, whatever the situation. So Prophet Muhammad, as he reaches in Medina, the first and the most important thing what he introduced, that was the faith and belief. What the faith he has, he introduced. And even in Makkah, there are two aspects, keep in mind. One aspect is his relation with God, and he used to worship God in a hidden place, in a house that was Dar-e-Arqam, and he has not shown and he has not tried to create a problem because of his worship to God. Even he accept to pray to God in a house, but one thing he never compromised, that was conveying the message to the people. And whether the people are accepting or not, but he is conveying God's message to the people loudly in the public. So in Medina, he got a chance to make a society in a practical aspects. So the first and the most important, as he reaches in Medina, then he established a contact with the local people as well as the local faithful people. The first, he introduced the brotherhood among the Muslims. That is called mu'akhad in Arabic terms. Means, if you believe in God, if you believe in Prophet Muhammad, so now you are like brother and sisters. Whether you have a different background, you belong one city, another person belong to another city, but when you have joined the faith, you are like brother and sisters. Then he takes one brother from the immigrant and one brother from the local, and he is joining. Now you are like brother. So you live together, you help each other, and you assist each other. So this was the first thing that he introduced to the people, to the community, to the society. But if he stops after making this society, he will not be succeeded. But he took another steps. He called non-Muslims, whether they were believing in God or not. He said, while we are living in a city, we are equal being a resident of the city. So we have to cooperate each other, and we have to live together, and we have to respect the rights of each other, and we have to defend each other. So this is called the Pact of Medina. So here you can understand the ideal social model and the ideal society. The first aspect is it would be based on faith, so faithful. The second, it would be where you are living, whether they are Muslim or non-Muslim, whether they are believing in some God or not. But whether they are Muslim or non-Muslim. So while you are living in one place, you have to protect that community. So for that, Quran has given the commandment, ta'awanu 'alal birri wat taqwa. You should cooperate each other on the basis of taqwa, on the basis of requirement of the community and the society, keeping the fear of God in your heart. So this was the second step. So that indicates mutual cooperation. The social society would be the ideal society, faithful. The second, they would have the mutual cooperation, irrespective of religion, color, creed, tribe, and nationality. So this was introduced, and Prophet Muhammad, in spite of the preacher and the Prophet of Islam, he is joining the hand with the Jew. He is joining the hand with the polytheists, and he is joining the hand Christians, and saying we are like one. We will defend our city, our community, our people. So this is the second aspect. And the third aspect of the ideal Muslim society, that is the justice. The justice, without justice, no society can be called an ideal society. An ideal society always have For that, the Prophet Muhammad showed the justice within the family, within the companion, within the city, and even with the enemies. With the enemies. And this is the famous saying of Prophet Muhammad, لو سرقت فاطمة بنت محمد لو سرقت فاطمة بنت محمد لقطعت يدها. If the daughter of Muhammad steals something, then I will enforce the punishment that is prescribed for that. I will not leave. So this is the thing. And Quran itself says, اعدلوا هو أقرب للتقوى ولا يجرمنكم شنآن قوم على ألا تعدلوا اعدلوا هو أقرب للتقوى. If you have differences, opposition, or you have the enemy, and you have a hate with some group, some people, but in spite of having hate and differences and opposition, you should not stop yourself in doing the justice. So justice is a core value of Islam. That is why this is the only thing that has been emphasized all major sermons of Islam. And even today, from the time of Prophet Muhammad till today, all imams, preachers, when they complete their sermons, they have to say, Inna Allah ya'muru bil adli wal ihsan. Allah has commanded you, so it is a reminder for us, we should act with the justice and we should behave with the justice. Inna Allah ya'muru bil adli wal ihsan. Adl, Hazrat Ali, one of the companion and son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad, he used to say, the country, the state can survive with any religion, but country cannot survive with unjust, with oppression. So the ideal society will have the justice. Education, indeed it is an important aspect of the progress and development of the society. Without education, no one can develop, no one can make the progress. So that is why Prophet Muhammad, when he came, this is the time when there is no universities, schools or colleges. And the people used to get the knowledge through their parents, through friends and through some. And the few people are educated. At that time, Prophet Muhammad introduced himself. In spite of that, he was Ummi. Ummi means unlettered. He has never attended any class, any institution. But what he gave the message, it was given by God. When he introduced himself that he is a teacher, he is an educator. إِنَّمَا بُعِثْتُ مُعَلِّمًا. So this is another aspect of an ideal society. The education opportunity should be given to the all people. Even Prophet Muhammad, at the time came, he had a war with the people of Makkah, and he got the victory over the enemy. They were 3 times more in numbers, and he took prisoner of wars. They were 70 in number, and they were brought to Medina. So Prophet Muhammad was deciding what should be the future of these people. So finally, after consultation with his companion, he said that we will release those who are unable to pay the money. They should educate our people, our children, then we can release them. So the Prophet Muhammad did not put them into prison. There was no prison in the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in a state of Medina. And they were the prisoner of war, they were distributed among the companion. The reason they should look, they should see the morality and the social structure of Islam, and they should get some benefit from the Muslims. So that is why most of them were converted to Islam after their release, not when they were when they were in the prison, or when they were in a custody of the Muslims. They were released, and after that most of them converted to Islam. So the Prophet Muhammad did not bother being an enemy, participating in a war against the Muslims. So he is saying that you should teach our children how they should learn how to write and how to read. So this is the importance. So Prophet Muhammad has never forbidden to seek the knowledge even from the enemy. So this is another aspect and component of ideal society. Education should be there. The morality, the moral aspects, that is another important aspect of a Muslim society. And here in all over the world, the rule of the law, that is considered an important point at the component of creating peace and stability. But Prophet Muhammad